Chapter 25 of the Way of Perfection. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Anne Boulay. The Way of Perfection by Saint Teresa of Avila. Translated by the Reverend John Dalton. Chapter 25. How much a soul gains that prays vocally with perfection, and how it happens that thereby God raises her to contemplation and to supernatural objects. In order that you may not imagine little advantage is gained by praying vocally with perfection, I tell you it is very possible that while you are repeating the Our Father, or saying some other vocal prayer, our Lord may raise you to perfect contemplation, for by these ways His Majesty discovers that He hears him who speaks to Him, and His greatness speaks to him also, suspending his understanding and binding up his thoughts, and, as the saying is, taking the words out of his mouth. And hence, though he would wish, he cannot speak except with difficulty. He knows that this Divine Master stands teaching him without the noise of words, and suspends his faculties, because, should they operate, they would then rather hinder than help him. They enjoy without understanding how they enjoy. The soul is burning with love, yet she does not understand how she loves. She perceives that she enjoys what she loves, yet she knows not how she enjoys it. She understands sufficiently that it is not an enjoyment which the understanding obtains by desiring it. The will embraces it without knowing how. But by being able to understand something, it sees that this is a good which cannot be merited by all the united labors of men, which they may endure in this life, for the purchase of it. It is a gift of the Lord and of heaven, who gives like Himself, alone can give. This, daughters, is perfect contemplation. Now you should understand the difference between this and mental prayer, which is, as I have said, considering and minding what we say, and with whom we speak, and who we are that presume to speak to so great a Lord. Thinking on this and the like truths, such as how little we have served Him, and how much we are bound to serve Him, is mental prayer. Think not that it is some other unknown tongue, nor be terrified at the name. The recital of the Our Father and the Hail Mary, or whatever other prayer you like, is vocal prayer. Now consider what bad music this will make, without the former, since without it even the words will not always run in order. In these two kinds of prayer, mental and vocal, we may do something by the divine assistance, but in contemplation, of which I have just now spoken, we can do nothing at all. It is His Majesty who does everything, for it is His work, and it surpasses our natural strength. But as the nature of contemplation has been very fully explained in the best manner I was able, in the relation of my life, which, as I have mentioned, I wrote in order that my confessor, who commanded me to write it, might examine it, I will say nothing more on the subject here, but merely touch upon it. If those amongst you, who shall have been so happy as to be conducted by our Lord to this degree of contemplation, should happen to meet with this relation, it contains some points and advice, which our Lord wished I should properly and truly deliver, in order that they might console you greatly, and also tend to your profit. And this, the relation of my life is, I think, capable of doing, and others think the same, for they keep it by them through their esteem for it. But it is a shame for men to bid you to esteem anything of mine, and our Lord knows with what confusion I write a great deal of what I say. May He be blessed who thus bears with me. Those who have supernatural prayer, let them procure it, as I have said, after my death. Those who have it not, need not do so, but let them endeavour to practice what I have said in this chapter, gaining by all possible ways, and using every diligence, that our Lord may give it to them, and let them beg it from Him, and assist one another themselves. Let them leave it to our Lord, for He it is who must bestow it. And He will not deny you it, if you loiter not on the way, and strive courageously to arrive at the end thereof. CHAPTER 25.